Next on the agenda would be citizen input. Do we have any citizen input this evening? Would you please announce your name? I see it's Tom Hoffman.
It is Tom Hoffman. Does it sound okay? Okay, try now. Good, there we go. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity to speak. I've been attending these meetings for a while now, and I'd like to take a moment to address the frustration I see mounting on both sides of the table, usually around this point in the evening. Please understand I only speak for myself, but as a constituent and a parent, I do feel I share the concerns of many. And as a parent and constituent, I do not feel we're encouraged to be here. I feel like we're tolerated, that you have to hear us, but you don't need to listen to us. I think this is most evident in the treatment of Matt Cronick, who unfortunately has had to take on the role of whipping boy for our benefit. Matt's questions and comments are met with open and hostility and ridicule by some members of the board. But because Matt asked these questions on our behalf, we've learned important information, such as the trick teacher surveys, which we discussed tonight, and the superintendent evaluations, which were previously only gossip. And make no mistake, Matt may be the messenger, but these aren't questions that we're all asking and concerns that we share. I've had a board member ask in the past, if so many people care, why aren't they here? I would like to say that they are all here, that this really isn't an empty cafeteria behind me. They're just on the other side of that lens over there. These videos have been viewed thousands of times. They're on Facebook, they're on Twitter. What is the school board really engaging them? Are you a part of the conversation or just the subject of it? And I don't expect you to have all the answers or debate the color of the sky if provoked. But if a valid concern is raised, my hope is that it can be acknowledged publicly and discussed as much as possible in open session, and we can be updated on the progress of resolving it. I think if these issues could be addressed in open session with the same level of discourse that was given to shingling the roof, I think that attitudes would change immensely. I look at this as a partnership with all of us working together, the board, the administration, parents, community members, and one of our most important contributors, our educators. And that really brings me to my next comment. I really wonder why teachers are not being invited to participate in these meetings. In the large number of meetings I've been to, I've never heard a teacher speak or contribute directly to the decision-making process. I've often wondered how teachers would weigh in on a number of topics discussed at these meetings. But I was most alarmed at the lack of teacher involvement during the tablet discussion. While debating the effectiveness of using tablets in the classroom, I believe it was one of the principals who referenced the kindergarten and first grade teachers taking the initiative to use their own iPads in their classrooms and having great success. Instead of someone saying, wait a minute, let's invite those teachers in and have them present their success story to the board, which can then help guide your decision. The debate just kind of continued on. And what about inviting their feedback before we got to that point? I'm personally in favor of the tablet initiative, and I think it represents the future. But I'm shocked at how our educators are not asked to be more involved in a decision that has significant impact, both financially and academically. I think engaging our educators, like I'm asking this board to engage with us, will go a long way towards strengthening the strained relationship. It is important, however, that any invitation is given without the fear of intimidation or retribution for dissenting views. While I understand the board makes the final decisions, I strongly believe our teachers can help the board make the right decisions. While I may not agree with all the decisions you've made or how you've made them, I do respect the commitment you've made to our schools and the community as board members. I hope you'll take this criticism as constructive, for that's my intent. I'm not naive. I'm not under the illusion that everyone is going to agree on everything every time. But with issues out in the open, we can all be at least on the same page. We all want the best for our children in this community, and we need to work together to deliver it. At the annual meeting, someone said, well, actually they yelled it to be precise, if you don't like it, then run yourself. It wasn't directed at me towards me at the time, but I did take it to heart. And after a great deal of contemplation, I've decided to put my money where my mouth is and run in the upcoming school board election. I hope to bring a fresh perspective and some new ideas to the conversation. And if I figure if I'm going to be here anyway, I might as well try to get one of those comfy seats out there. Maybe not Mr. Schwartz's, but one of the other ones. Good evening. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.